Hey everybody, this is Joshua from JSP's Just Style and Performance. Today I've got an absolute beauty with me that I'm putting up for sale and marketing for a good friend of mine. This is Ed's 1934 three-window coupe. It's absolutely beautiful. Everything on this car is done with the top-of-the-line parts and quality. This is not a steel car, it's a fiberglass kit car known as a StreetBeast. Now the kits, whoever had the car in their shop, went through the entire thing and reinforced the whole body so it would be structurally sound and of course survive the test of time. And this car has definitely survived the test of time. It's been painted in this beautiful black with this custom orange bronze on the fenders and of course the pinstripes, and all the chrome has been fully high quality polished from front to back on the bumpers, the headlights, the horns, and of course these stylish Foose wheels. Now the tires are brand new. Ed just put brand new tires on the front. They got about 500 miles on them. And the back, well, they have about 750. Now what I love about this car and the design of it is of course the 3-inch chop and the suicide doors. Definitely classic and beauty. Definitely fits our 1934 Ford Coupe. Now let me tell you about the interior before we talk more about this custom motor. Alright, so this is the interior. I'm about 6.5 feet tall and I've got tons of headroom and tons of space in between me and the steering wheel. The steering wheel has a tilt steering column. It's got classic instrument gauges that have a nice timely look and go perfect with the theme of the car. Plus, look at this interior. It is full leather, beautifully designed. It's got power windows, power steering, AC, and of course, this thing also has digital radio and air ride suspension, which you'll see in a moment when we take this thing out for a ride. But before we go for that ride, let me tell you about the power plant under the hood. All right, so let's talk about the power plant in Ed's 1934 Ford. Now, Ed doesn't have any papers telling us about the horsepower rating or where this motor actually came from, but what Ed does know is that the motor has been fully gone through. This is not a motor that came out of a yard that's been sitting there for over the years. This is a fresh crate motor that's producing well over 300 horsepower. It's a 5.7 liter 350 small block Chevy V8 with a mild cam and beautifully done up on the top end. We've got a Brawler 4-barrel carburetor sitting on top of a chrome-plated air gap Eldorado intake manifold, with the Elite Series valve covers, block hugger headers flowing into a 3-inch exhaust piping with Flowmaster exhaust mufflers, and that all dumps right out before the back tire. Now the transmission is a 700R4 automatic that's being thrown against to a 8.8 in the rear, and it's got power steering up front with a Mustang 2 independent suspension, full air ride, as you can tell, front and back, and it's got Wilwood disc brakes on the front tires and on the back wheels. Now this thing is so much fun to drive, and you're going to hear how great and glorious this thing sounds. So let's fire up that engine and go for a ride. Driving this car, and this thing is